ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits.
That's gross. Look at that. That's cochina.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Star Wars action figure review on the 6-inch Black Series AT-AT driver. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get it at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
Alright, pretty standard packaging for this AT-AT driver. There he is right over there. And then on the side it says AT-AT driver. And then on the very back there's a read-up over here. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. And then on this side you can see he's number 31. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. Yeah, go get those rebel scum AT-AT driver. I think it's ridiculous that I have this figure up on a Mafex stand in this dynamic pose. I know, it's funny to me though, but I really like the figure though. To my surprise, I liked it. I didn't think I was going to like this piece, but I do appreciate the deco that we get on this figure. It actually looks really good, even though at first glance it does look very plain. I mean, we get a light gray and then a lighter gray for the most part, but you know, when we look closer at the details over here, you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's take a closer look at his blaster, which is his only accessory, and then we'll take a closer look at the AT-AT driver. So here's a look at the blaster, not looking too bad. I think we've seen this many times before. It has a little bit of silver right there. Nice sculpt. Now one thing I'm confused about with these blasters is, as you can see right here, it has a little number 2 sculpted in there. And this is just one I picked off of one of my random stormtroopers on my display, and it doesn't have the number 2. But otherwise, the sculpt looks exactly the same. I mean, it's the same exact sculpt, no? I can't really see a difference between these two except for that 2 over there. So, I don't know. What's the deal with all these blasters, huh? They're all the same thing. Why do they have different numbers on them? I don't know. A little gripe of mine is I wish we had blaster storage aside from just these hoops, which actually isn't too bad. You know, it'll stay right there, I guess, for the most part. But I wish we had something to really peg this into. So I really like the helmet sculpt and the painted out details on this guy. It looks really good to me. I'm just very pleased with this. I just didn't expect to see so many details. Or I guess seeing it in action figure form just brings about all these details I hadn't noticed before. So I think that's pretty awesome. Like this little red dot right there, you know, and some little black stripes. These are things I didn't notice before. Of course, I noticed the Imperial logo right there. We get some little dashes of red right here. Right here, the silver looks really good. Even these little sculpted little dots right in there. They're not dots, but like these little grooves. Looking really nice. I'm liking that, man. Very cool. And on the back right here, same deal. A lot of nice paint apps. Very pleased with that. The sculpted work on the helmet just looks really nice. Then looking right down over here, I really dig this a lot. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the figure. I'm really digging all this sculpted detail and all these little painted out areas right here. All little gold bits and red. Some characters right there, some buttons up at the top. And these tubes right here aren't too stiff. I mean, they're not bendy or like super bendy, but you know, they bend enough to where they don't really restrict any articulation. Looking on the back, you get these receptacles. Well, they're not really receptacles, but they kind of look like it to me. But I think it looks pretty good. A lot of sculpted lines and paint in here, looking nice. I like how the shoulder pads are made out of a little bit softer material, as you can see as I bend that right there, so it doesn't really restrict articulation. And then the rest of the suit looks really nice with all these little baggy wrinkles and everything in here. The gloves look pretty solid. Then the straps right over here have some little sculpted lines in them right there, so that's pretty cool. I like that, even on the front of it. And on the back, the strap goes all the way through the taint and up through the front. Yeah, good time riding that AT-AT. Again, I wish we'd gotten some kind of paint detail, but I can't get that upset over it because we only see these guys from the waist up, and from the waist up, there's a lot of paint. So yeah, as much as I love my shadowing effect, can't really blame Hasbro for not spending the extra money on it right over here. But the sculpted detail still looks good. Boots look solid. He has treads on the sides, no treads at the bottom of the feet, but he does have peg holes on each foot. So articulation is not too bad on this guy. His head will look up that much, which isn't too bad, and he will look downward that much. There's a little bit of shifting forward and back too. You get side-to-side movement over here, and then you do get a little bit of head pivot. Now with the shoulder joints, you want to make sure that the shoulder pad is lifted over these shoulder straps right there, and he will move his shoulders outward that much. I don't know if I feel comfortable leaving it posed like this for a long period of time. I feel like this would get warped and just stay like that forever. Anyway, the arms will move down that much. You can move them forward. You get a single jointed elbow, which is really irritating, getting him to hold his gun. And if they ever made a 6-inch scale AT-AT, it would be hard for him to move his arms around the control panels, right? So we should have had double jointed elbows. Anyway, so not even quite 90 degrees over here. You get rotation, and the wrists both swivel side to side and hinge up and down. We get a diaphragm joint that turns side to side. We get diaphragm pivot, crunches forward, crunches back. We get hip joints that move outward that much, and just move these up. There you go, move outward that much. And he will kick forward, he will kick back just a tiny bit, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, then the ankles move down, they move up some, and you get ankle pivot. And to measure out the AT-AT driver, you can see that he's standing just a little under 6.5 inches tall. And then here's the AT-AT driver next to a stormtrooper and a scout trooper. And here he is next to the Marvel Legends Big Time No Letdown Spider-Man. So with all that awesome articulation, what are we gonna do with our AT-AT driver figures in our collection? We're gonna pose them like that, not doing a whole lot. I mean, really, I don't see myself, leaving it in a dynamic pose, but I'm happy with the figure though. I think it looks really good. I like the articulation. It allows me to pose the figure how I'd like, and I don't really have any complaints about it. I knew what I was getting into when I wanted to get this figure in the first place. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. I want to thank you guys once again for being patrons, and I sincerely apologize for taking so long to post this video. It's just been a very busy week, a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, juggling lots of things and trying to be productive all at the same time. But again, I appreciate your guys' patience. I appreciate your guys' support, and stay tuned for more Shartimus Prime videos coming at your face. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
We're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot in your face. I said we're shot.